Java tokens. The smallest individual bits in a Java program are known as tokens. If you consider any Java program, the smallest word, the individual words we are using Java is called as tokens. Java tokens can be divided into these 5 types. First one is reserved keywords, identifiers, literals, operators, and separators. We have a brief knowledge about what are these different types of tokens. The first one is called as keywords. Java, we have totally 50 keywords are there. And keywords have the specific meaning in Java. So we cannot use them for variable name, class, method, and other. Java, keywords are having specific meaning, a special meaning is there. So we cannot use it for any other elements for naming. Some of the keywords are listed here. So see, these are some of the keywords we used in Java. For example, here int. We cannot create a variable called as int because it's a data type. Similar way, for. We have keyword called as for. We cannot give any variable name as for, or we cannot create a class using for. Okay. Now all these keywords are in a lowercase character. All these keywords are in a lowercase. In Java is actually a case sensitive. Means uppercase character and lowercase characters are different one. Differentiate between constant, variables. We are using all the keywords in a small characters. So these are some of the examples of keywords. The next is called as identifiers. These keywords are having a special meaning in Java. For example, for. For is used for creating a loops. Similar way, we are using int. It's used for defining a data type for a variable. Similar way, we are using try. Try is used for creating a exception handling. If you want to create a package, we are using keyword called as package. If you want to create an interface, we are using a keyword called as interface. Like that, many different keywords are there. All keywords are having specific meaning in Java. If you want to give a name for a variable or array or any other data elements, then we are using identifiers. Identifiers are programmer designed tokens. These identifiers are actually created by programmer according to their requirements. They are used for naming classes, methods, variables, objects, labels, packages, and interfaces in the program. If you want to name some of these elements like classes, methods, all these things, we are using identifier. They are just names of the given for a variable or classes. Whenever you are naming identifiers, it should follow some of the rules. What are the rules? The identifier should have alphabets, digits, and underscore. Now and apart from these, we cannot add any other character in the identifier. It should be alphabet, digit, or underscore. And $sign is also added here in the Java. More extra character, $sign we can add. They must not begin with digit. Okay, it is always start with either alphabets, underscore, or dollar, but not with digits. Uppercase and lowercase letters are distinct. Capital letters and small letters are different one. They can be of any length. There is no limit for the length of for a identifier in Java. Now, these are some of the examples for identifiers. Like, okay, whenever you are giving a name for the identifier, no, it should be very meaningful, but it is short one. You can quickly understood why we are using that identifier. So it should be meaningful, very short one. That point you have to remember. These are some of the examples for identifiers. The next token is called as literals. Literals are just like a constant. Literals in Java are a sequence of characters. Should be a sequence of characters, either made up of digits, letters, and other characters. Yep, that represent constant values to be stored in variables. Literals are nothing but a constants, and these constants can be either represented as integer constant or integer literals, floating point literals, character literals, string literals, Boolean literals. The next token is operators. You already know what is the meaning of operators. An operator is a symbol that takes one or more arguments and operate on them to produce some result. Whenever we are using some symbols to calculate some mathematical expressions, something, in that case we are using operators. They are nothing but symbols to operate on the operands. Next one is called as separators. Separators are, okay, operators, some examples are arithmetic operator like addition, subtraction, multiplication, some comparison operators like relational operators, greater than, lesser than, or equal to. All these operators are actually called as operators. Okay. Now the next one is called as separators. Separators are actually separate the element of the program. Separators are symbols used to indicate where group of code are divided and arranged. We are using some more symbols. They are called as separators. Now these are some of the examples for separators. The first one is called as parenthesis. This separator is used in mathematical expressions where we want to separate some part of expression with another part, or we use this parenthesis in method or function where you want to separate parameters from the function name. Okay, actually we are using two pair of parentheses. Next one is called as braces. These are the example for braces here. These are braces are actually added for a block of code. You want to create a block of code such as classes, methods, or some other concept here. In that case, for loops, while loops. In that case, we are using braces. Braces are actually a block of code. Braces are also used to initialize some array. You want to initialize array. We are adding some values here inside the braces to give it for an array. Okay, that is one more use of braces. Then brackets. Bracket is used in array. If you want to access or reference individual element of an array, then we need this brackets. To access the or reference the array, we use brackets. Next one is called as semicolons. The semicolons separate the statement. If you want to separate statements, we are using semicolon. Then we want to use comma. Comma separate consecutive identifiers in variable declaration. Whenever you declare variables like int x, int y, int z, instead of declaring it separately, we can declare it in a single line like int x, comma, int y, int x, comma, y, comma, Z. So this is one of the use of comma operator, comma separator, or you can also use as a change statement. The for loop, you can also use the comma like this way. If I want to initialize with multiple variable like this way, x is equal to 0, comma, y is equal to 0, then we have to use semicolon. Means if you want to initialize multiple variables or you want to increment or decrement multiple variables in a single for loop, they are also using a comma, just like change statement. Period. This period is used as to separate package names. If you are declaring a package name or importing or creating a package in that area, we are using period. Okay. Also used to separate variables or methods from a reference variable. The second use is if I want to call a method from an object. If I want to call an instance variable from an object, then we have to use dot operator. Object name dot method name. Then we are using this dot operator. Okay, these are some of the separators used in the Java. Now this is about the tokens.